Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk podcast, here every Tuesday and Friday, and especially this week on Wednesday, because it's Wrestlepalooza week, and this is a special predictions episode for Wrestlepalooza. So please subscribe, whether it's here on YouTube, whether you're listening on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast from, and especially for this episode, a exclusive deal for this episode. It's on ESPN Plus Extra, but only for about half of the people who are already signed up for it. However, if you subscribe to a gold tier on ESPN Plus, but not ESPN Plus Extra, you can get it for just $20. If you're subscribed on the silver tier on gold and extra, then you can only pay $20 extra to be able to get this predictions podcast.
Yeah, it's a really good deal that we've done there. And initially, we were a bit confused because, like you just ran through there's quite a few number of options. But it's really simple. You just have to type in ESPN Plus. Mm-hmm. But not not the old ESPN Plus.
No, it's on a new one. And
that's $9.99. That's a totally different thing.
Don't subscribe to that.
The ESPN Plus, yep, exactly the same name, but the one that started on the 21st of August. That's the one. And then it's really quite simple.
And of course, you're on Hulu, in which case, Gotta pay a little bit extra for that one. Hilarious, actually, because obviously you did yesterday's news. We were talking about the Wrestlepalooza disaster. And they have announced this thing and have not got all the deals in place yet. So about only half of the people subscribed to ESPN Plus, the old version of it, will get it for free. Everyone else will have to pay for ESPN Plus and then pay $30 on top to get Wrestlepalooza. And there was a comment that was like, you want to check a disaster? Check the ticket sales. And I was like, whoa, what's happened to the ticket sales? I went on there, they sold 11,000 tickets.
That's pretty good.
I was like, that's a really good, for a show that was only announced like 3 weeks ago, that's a really good result.
In terms of ESPN and where it's been shown, though, well, I am genuinely confused.
You and Brian Alvarez.
And yeah, I listen to that all time. You know, it's one of the favorite bits of the year on the Wrestling Observer Radio. Brian Alvarez trying to find how to sign up to watch Wrestlepalooza, getting very confused. Dave Meltzer just keeps saying over and over again, it's ESPN DTC. And Brian Alvarez going, that's not a thing. I'm Googling it. It's taking me to ESPN Plus. And Dave goes, oh no, not ESPN Plus. And I'm just like, look, it's our full-time job to keep up to date with the wrestling media industry. It's Dave and Brian's full-time job. We are confused.
Well, I think I'm pretty clear on it, which is that half the people are getting it for free, so long as they're already signed up for ESPN Plus, which is part of their ESPN deal they currently already have. But they haven't done deals with Hulu and Google, which means that if you're signed up for like a few of the network providers, including YouTube, then you can't get it yet unless they sign a deal within the next few days.
Yeah.
In which case, then you just got to pay $30 on top of your ESPN Plus. Or if you don't sign up for ESPN Plus, it's $30.
I'm going to do it.
That's as far as
find out.
That's as far as I know.
Granted, we're in the UK.
We're in the UK. I've got it on Netflix.
Okay.
It's the easiest thing in the world for me. And what you can do is go to surfshark.com/ this is not a sponsored video, but surfshark.com/ WrestleTalk. Use the promo code WrestleTalk and you get
Stephanie
a huge
McMahon. Deal. All right. This is ESPN's own website.
Great.
I've just got to accept the Walt Disney Company privacy settings. Accept all, of course. Okay. So this is ESPN. What is the new ESPN DTC service? Plans, costs, key facts. Don't worry, we'll get into the predictions on your wrestling show shortly. We just need to figure out how we can watch it.
DTC, by the way, that does sound for direct to consumer.
It does, yes.
What a cool name. What a cool name for an app. Being told it's direct-to-consumer.
So ESPN launched a new direct-to-consumer service in August 2025. This service offers major enhancements within ESPN streaming and app experiences.
Great.
So that means there's lots of drawbacks. Major enhancements means we've removed a lot of the key things you wanted and moved it to a premium tier. So here are the key facts. It launched on August 21st.
Fact.
Fans can sign up for the new service here. I will right-click, open a new tab.
Fact.
Access denied.
You need to be,
But that's probably because I'm
you're
not
in the
in
UK.
America.
You need to use your VPN to an American setting so that we can get the true American experience of it, which I assume just comes with loads of donuts.
I'll do that in a sec. What plans does ESPN direct-to-consumer offer? Fans can choose from 2 plans.
Oh, great. Just 2. Lovely.
ESPN Unlimited plan.
Yeah.
Access to all of the linear networks ESPN.
That makes sense.
ESPN2, ESPNU, ESPN News, ESPN Deportees.
What's WWE on out of those?
I don't know. And 47,000 live events a year, on-demand replays, studio shows, original programming, and more.
Sounds like a lot.
Or the ESPN Select plan.
Nice. Select. I like it.
Select makes it sound like it's been specifically curated, and it's a more premium version.
Wait,
but it's not.
Okay.
It's access to all content available on ESPN Plus. Now, that's confusing.
Yeah, that is confusing.
Because ESPN Plus is not ESPN DTC.
Yeah, but we're signing up for ESPN Plus.
No, this is ESPN. It's called ESPN Plus.
But it's actually ESPN DTC.
Yes. ESPN Plus is what's been available for years. It costs $9.99 a month. But you'll also get,
Sorry, my
and
camera's
apologies for Luke disappearing there, 32,000 live sports annually. So that's
way less.
15,000 fewer than the unlimited plan. How much does each plan
like
cost?
3 months worth of WWE shows.
So unlimited is $30 a month. Select is $12 a month. But there is a special offer available for Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Unlimited bundle. So that's all 3.
Yeah.
That's $30 a month for the whole first year.
Right.
That's
so it's $30 a month for the full year?
For Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Unlimited.
Okay.
That is going to be a naughty price hike. If you want the video of Luke, you do need to go to the WrestleTalk DTC Plus tier.
Yeah.
Thank you for paying. You now have access to the Luke tier. Cheers for that. Now, I know what you're asking. With all of this subscription money that I'm paying, where is it? Will both plans include advertising?
Oh, good question.
Here's the great news. Yes. Yes, both. Yep, everything will. During live events and studio shows and, everything there.
Well, that does make sense because WWE have, quite famously, in 2025, a lot of advertisements on its show. So that will include Prime and King of Fighters or whatever video game it is they're plugging at this point.
Now, I can get access, but it keeps kicking me out to the ESPN sign-up page. But the website is plus.espn.com. That says to me it's called ESPN Plus, but not ESPN Plus.
Right, okay.
That's quite confusing.
But either way, here in the UK or elsewhere in the world, dead easy, Netflix.
We're not sponsored by Surfshark on this episode, but they're very supportive of us. So go and sign up to Surfshark using our code.
Yeah. So with that out of the way, we've now got to do the predictions for this, which I don't think is going to take too long because I am surprised there are only 5 matches on this card.
I know what you mean. This feels like it's a Clash in Paris card or something like that.
More matches on Clash in Paris.
Yeah, so just in terms of the number of matches. But I guess all the matches are of an incredibly high caliber.
Which I agree
Star
with.
power-wise.
But if they want this to feel like WrestleMania or SummerSlam so that, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can have 2 night WrestlePaloozas in the coming years. You'd think there'd be more matches on there to make it feel like the big premium. It's the first one on ESPN Plus, DTC Plus. You'd think they'd go they've gone all out star-wise, but not match-wise. I'm surprised. I thought there would be more matches on here. I would have thought they'd have had the Lucha Bros versus the New Day.
Yes.
For this show.
Maybe they only wanted Killer. No offense, the New Day versus the Lucha Bros. There are already 2 tags on the card already. And this one is way below the star power of the others.
Yeah, and I suppose you don't want to feature your tag team division too much. So, yeah. I mean, there's like no one that's actually within the tag team division in either of the tag team matches that you're talking about.
Yes. But what I think you do get is lots of space to put ads. Which... And promotion for ESPN Plus. Isn't that why we're all here? Isn't that why we watch wrestling?
Well, here's the catch. It does mean that it's going to be... Because I've got to watch All Out the morning of the 21st because I'm doing the news review of All Out and you're doing the news review portion of Wrestlepalooza. So that means I've actually... Oh, no, actually, this is a bad thing. It means I've got to get up earlier to watch all of All Out because that is going to be 4 hours, all matches all the time. Whereas you can get up and watch this in probably an hour and a half.
No, 3 hours, 3, 4, however long it is.
Well, no, because you can skip through all the stuff that you don't need to watch.
Oh, I suppose so.
Like if you're just watching the matches, you'll have it done hour 20 max.
Yeah, an episode of SmackDown when you watch it on demand. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So you've got which means after I've done the news, I've then got the breezy morning after where I can just have a coffee and watch this in the hour 20. Whereas you've then got to watch the 4 hours of AEW.
Well, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna watch All Out, most of it, to an extent. I'm going to bed at 10 p.m. on a Saturday. When I've got work the next day, I'll watch it live because it's on a bit earlier. So it will come, I think it will start around 7 o'clock our time.
Yeah, it's about that.
So that's perfect.
Yeah.
Little glass of vino, get my pajamas on, get the cat on my lap.
Nice.
And make some notes.
So we have for the vacant Women's World Championship, Iyo Sky against Stephanie Vaquer.
Well, I was saying upstairs, I think this is the only match that could go either way. And everyone said, what are you talking about? It's obviously Stephanie Vaquer.
Well, based on Raw, I was like, oh yeah, I think Stephanie is getting the win here because that way you can spin Iyo off into the Asuka stuff. Like particularly when she said, I want to do this on my own. That said to me, Asuka's going to try and run interference. Iyo's going to tell her, I don't want that interference. And then either that leads to Stephanie getting the pin or Asuka turning on Iyo Sky and Stephanie getting the win.
I still think you could... This is Triple H booking. I think...
Oh, so you do that in 3 months' time?
You do that in 3... Iyo wins the title here. Asuka interferes in a way that might look like she didn't try and help Iyo, but she obviously did. Then you do a 3-way of Asuka versus Stephanie versus Iyo because Iyo doesn't feel like she properly earned the title. And then you spin that off into an Asuka versus Iyo feud and then Rhea Ripley joins. If you're going to go Stephanie Vaquer, I'm actually going to go Iyo Sky.
Nice. Not for a tag title, the Usos reunite to take on the Brons of Bronson, Reed and Bron Breakker.
Yeah, I think now we're in predictable territory. I think the Vision get the win here.
I've got the Usos.
You've got the Usos?
In their reunion match. Because you said
predictable card. We've gone opposites on both matches so far.
Well, yeah, because you said to me in the office, like, "Oh yeah, I think the Vision, like, they're being pushed a lot on TV," and I was like, "Yeah, so the Usos can beat them on pay-per-view."
Or
like, you don't pin Jimmy Uso on Monday Night Raw so you can pin him again at the pay-per-view. I think the Usos are winning here.
I get that. It's Usos, they're reuniting. It's Jimmy and Jay back for the first time in years, but not really. They've done many trios matches.
They were also in War Games together.
Yes, yeah. But in terms of like a solo tag act, I think the way WWE are booking the Brons, they could win here. And I think it crucially plays into what I've got for the intergender tag, which is Seth and Becky losing. So I think the Vision should not lose both of their matches. Also, the Usos are infighting. And I think that's one of the more dramatically interesting parts of Raw over the last couple of weeks. LA Knight could interfere in some way.
That was going to be my other point, yes. I think that LA Knight can run interference and cost them the match. That can lead to the Brons getting the win. That's the way I see it. And you're right, like the infight between Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah, so Jimmy and Jay... Maybe Knight comes down to try and help Jimmy because he likes Jimmy, but that costs one of the Bron. It helps one of the Brons win. I'm going Vision. You're going Usos.
I'm going with the Usos.
Okay.
We have got, speaking of the Vision, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch taking on CM Punk and a returning AJ Lee.
You've not been around for AJ Lee. You've been on a holiday,
yeah.
So you missed. The whole comeback.
That's the only bit of wrestling I did watch while I was away. I watched the AJ Lee return segments, which was very good.
It was good.
It was awesome.
Yeah. The whole thing, I think, has been really well built. There's an argument this should be the main event. But I think they've already announced it's Brock Cena.
Well, it should. Yeah, that should be the main event. I think that's a way bigger match in terms of star power.
Honestly, a week ago, I didn't love the go home segment, but a week ago, this was the main event. I think for me at least. But I think this is quite simple booking. AJ Lee pins Becky.
Yeah.
That sets up an AJ Lee Becky Intercontinental title feud.
Yeah, and I think that Becky Lynch eats the go to sleep in this match.
You think Punk hits a woman despite bringing back a woman to beat up the woman that he couldn't beat up?
I think she's going to do the slap spot again. And then he's going to hit the GTS, and that's going to lead into AJ Lee doing a move, and she pins Becky Lynch.
Well, technically, it is a move on the man.
Well, there you go. And she took the end of days and the mixed tag that they did back in 2019. So
all-time great creative year.
I can see them doing the GTS spot here in this match. But yes, I think that AJ and Punk get the win because it also sets up Punk versus Seth for the world title.
Yes, yeah, which we always want. I think. I hope they do this. I feel like they veered off in a weird direction for the go home promo, where Punk might leave AJ Lee. That's the mind game Seth was trying to play. I think it would be far more interesting if they are just working over AJ Lee, targeting her neck, and Punk's thinking about throwing in the towel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think that's the dramatic hook for this.
Cody Rhodes defends the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre.
Have you seen Drew's call-out tweet?
He did. He wants some ass.
He wants Cody's ass.
Yeah.
I think he isn't going to get the full ass.
No. He might get
maybe
one
a handful.
Cheek. Yeah. He might be able to grab hold of our cheek, but I think that Cody is retaining the title here.
I agree.
And in that main event, it is John Cena versus also a returning Brock Lesnar.
Speaking of ass, he is an ass, and his ass came out on SmackDown.
Oh, sorry, it's Cena?
Lesnar.
Okay, Lesnar, okay. Yeah.
Lesnar's jeans split when he hit an F5 on R-Truth.
Yeah, I didn't see this. I only heard about this in your news yesterday that he split his trousers open.
Well, this is why on Raw, someone had a sign and Cena ended his promo with it. Cena's jorts greater than Brock's jeans.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So, yeah, that now makes sense.
It should be a street fight based on this build now. And they're all in denim.
I've got Cena to win here.
He's got to, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, unless, of course, here's my counter as to why I think Lesnar could win. You do a return match at
Saudi.
Well, there's no Saudi shows left this year. So you do a return match in Perth or at Survivor Series. That'd be my only counter as to why you'd have Lesnar win is because you're going to give Cena a win later down the line. But I think if this is just a one and done and it's just for the ESPN launch, then I think it's Cena.
You know what? If it is a tour, that's 2 of Cena's last 7 remaining dates.
A third.
Yeah. His go home promo, he was about, will I fail? I could, yes, maybe. Could he beat the crap? Yeah, probably will. I'm not very good anymore. But will I back down?
I've won so much this year.
But will I back down? No. Usually as a babyface, that's giving you an out for when you do lose the match. But Cena's Cena, he operates a bit weirdly when it comes to those promos. I would say Cena. I'll be but Brock's going to be around for longer.
Is he? So
he's got to be, surely.
Yeah.
Why would they bring him back?
For the ESPN launch.
But surely to have him on more ESPN shows, not just the launch one.
No, the launch is the most important one.
Yeah, but then I think they'd want more Brock in the future as a draw.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know if it is a one and done. I don't know if it is a long-term thing. But I just do you know what? Maybe I'm just pushing for the Cena win because I don't want to do another Cena-Lesnar match when we've only got 6 dates left. We've spunked so many of these dates already. Let's not just spunk them even further by doing another one of these matches.
Triple threat with Logan Paul in.
Now we're talking.
I do not agree with this decision. I'm not endorsing the conduct of any person. However, I am going to predict Brock Lesnar.
I don't think that's the most outrageous thing.
I've worked myself into a shoot there where I feel like...
You've worked yourself into a return match.
Yeah, where it is his return match after ages. He lost the last one against Cody at SummerSlam all those years ago.
But he also did return to WWE after 12 years, and he got beaten by John Cena in his first match.
Yes.
So there is history here of Brock Lesnar taking some time off, then coming back to lose to John Cena in a match he probably should win.
And I think they could do that exact match. Brock works him over the entire match, and then Cena pulls out one F5 and wins. So F5, FU.
Yeah. Sorry, one.
Yeah, one.
Are you mad?
No, one.
That's your madder prediction. He's going to win with one FU.
It's one FU, but it's after a Styles Clash, a go to sleep, a Blue Thunder Bomb.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There is our predictions. That was more of an episode about ESPN than it was Wrestlepalooza.
Oh, yeah.
But let us know in the comments down below. What are your predictions for Wrestlepalooza this weekend? We'll be back on Friday with the WrestleTalk podcast, which will have our all-out predictions because we'll have more of the cards set after Dynamite, which will also have the Dynamite review in there as well. Thank you so much for listening. Please do click another video that's on screen right now, and we'll see you again this Friday.